So, you know, I think my first email kind of highlighted the idea of the program model for a how to detect a planet workshop. And so the purpose of this webinar is to really bring you up to date on this particular microobservatory interface that allows you to do photometry and create a transit light curve out of fresh data taken every night of some hot Jupiter or other. And then we also have created an online Moodle, which is course workshop website that has just collected all together some hands-on activities from the Kepler mission and other things that we thought would be useful in a workshop. You probably have things that you do since you're obviously at an institution that does these kinds of workshops, and you're planning on integrating it. But so I'm going to show you the Moodle, and we're after today we'll make you Erica will actually send you a username and password for that Moodle, and then kind of do a couple measurements together right here live on in the next few minutes to kind of show you how you would do it with a group. And so that's kind of what we'll do. The what I'm going to do, did you happen to sign up? Actually, I know you did a long time ago.
Yeah, that was my initial question, was is my old user still in the system, or would you like me to create a new user?
Right. My understanding is we just looked it up, and you are in the system, but there was an activation email sent to you that never got clicked somehow. Oh, you just wait.
I muted myself.
There we go.
I have a habit of muting myself. So yeah, my activation, if the activation email didn't make it through, that would have been a spam.
Yeah. Do you know what email that was under?
It was at Pari.
Okay.
Yeah.
At Pari. Yeah. So, would you be willing to right now just make a new sign up? Right.
Sure. Yeah, I'll just minimize this and go ahead and take care of that.
If you escape out of this and you if you go to microobservatory.org,
yeah,
the DIY planet search is the portal on the right. You go, and if you could do it with your Gmail address, maybe that would. And let me just note that when you create a username, it can't have any spaces in it.
Okay.
Or dot. Actually, I guess it can have dots, but letters, numbers, and dots, but no other special characters.
I don't know if you can see you right now, but yeah.
Hello back there.
Let me unmute. Okay, yeah. So this is Tim.
Hi,
Tim is a new staff member.
Great.
And he has been drafted to help me with the workshop this coming up week, but also he's been an intern with us for the past 2 summers and has seen us use this kind of material in programs 2 or 3 times now. So he was interested in it. I don't know if he's going to participate in the Moodle necessarily, but definitely because I'm assuming that's partially for reporting and then also modifying. Talking about how we use it more.
Yeah, it's mainly both an online discussion to ask questions. If you have questions for us as you're planning for your workshop or whatever, we're monitoring it constantly. Yeah, obviously email works for that too, but it just helps other people see how you're implementing.
Yeah.
And then it has this collection of downloadable activities. The human orrery from the Kepler program, and detecting transits modeling activity, and things that you may want to use. So we can certainly add them.
My whole screen just did some fun stuff. It's okay. It'll come back.
Okay. I could have I could have you share your screen with us, but maybe.
Oh no, that's, well, if you need me to, I can, but
Right.
right now it's flaking out really bad. You don't want to look at what I'm having to look at.
Okay.
I was trying to make my username and my whole field, all the fields disappeared. So
Oh, huh.
yeah,
Interesting.
fun.
All right. Well, actually, I'm going to log in, and if you've made your username, I'm now going to add you to a group.
I've not made, the only username that would be in there right now is my C. Whitworth, but
Okay,
come
I'll
on.
try that. Right.
It's just Chrome. I think I'm going to kill Chrome and
Oh.
bring it back up.
Chrome being crazy.
That was where all the video issues were going.
Huh.
There's
All right. Well,
some serious cache stuff on my video card right now. I might need to go to another computer to do this other stuff.
Okay.
But anyway, I'm watching what you're doing, and we'll be taking care of it as soon as we get it
All right.
working.
So you're seeing my screen right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So so this is the main website that where you can schedule, like tonight we're taking images of WASP 12, tomorrow Happy 36, the next day Happy 12. So if you want to schedule that, there's also a calendar up here in the navigation which has the whole month and
Great.
months in the forward. But my best advice is between now and the time you're offering your workshop, you want to collect as much data as possible to get a good night of data. So we have recently instituted a group functionality, which is probably what you want to use for a workshop, and what I'm using now. And what that allows you to is, if you have 10 teachers, they can all look at the same WASP 12 data.
Okay.
And each of them only has to do the brightness measurements on, say, 2 or 3 images.
Mm-hmm.
And with 10 teachers, suddenly you have 30 images.
Yeah. Yeah.
Reduced like that.
Yeah. And they love doing that in the workshops I've done, right, where they bring their material together to create a bigger picture.
Right.
They really do love that, and that also models how a lot of teachers would use it in a classroom setting, maybe even an informal setting.
Exactly.
It's very manageable that way. So that's probably a model that was exactly the model I was hoping would work.
Awesome.
As far as training, that's the model I would prefer.
Yeah, and let me show you now how you make a group, because when you first sign in, like right now, you see my screen. I have a little fishy avatar, and by the way, we do on your My Planet Search page, you can change your little avatar using account information, this account information link, and you can choose any of these.
I remember doing something similar in the previous time. So that's,
yeah. But when you're in your account, if you click on observe for any future target, those images are only going to go into your personal account. Mm-hmm. So there's a special way to ask for a group, and it's up here under My Planet Search. And you'll see these options in addition to editing your profile and changing your avatar. You see this host a group menu item. And so I have hosted a group. If you were creating a group, which you'll want to do when you get to your teachers, the way you create a group is you select a particular star, which has a date associated with it from the calendar. So it's a star and a date. So that's the data you want the whole group to work on. And we have it set up so actually it not only gives you dates in the future, but it gives you a couple of weeks into the past. So unlike our other microobservatory interfaces where you can ask for images for the next night, this one, it will pull in images from up to the past couple of weeks. And sometimes that's good because, you know, it's a full moon on the last couple of nights or the next couple of nights or whatever. And so you want to go back a couple weeks to get data that's better. So I actually made a group. The ones with stars here on my thing, on my screen, are groups I've already made.
Oh, so it doesn't let you repeat yourself. Okay.
Right. Right. So, and the group that I'm about to invite you to is WASP 12 from last night, from yesterday overnight to today. So I click on that star, and it knows I already have a group, right? So, and in fact, I have a group with all these other people besides you who are doing this. I'm going to try see Whitworth.
Yeah, I may be able to get it to send me a user and stuff with that old username.
Let's just see if no, user not found. It's not finding the username C. Whitworth.
All right.
So I don't know if I can put your email address in here. Let me try that, which is C.
Whitworth@perry.edu. Firefox is okay. That's awesome.
All right. Yeah, let me try. Let me refresh here and see what's going on with my. C. Whitworth. Yeah, it's not finding you. I think I need you. I mean, so you need to use that. I don't know if I open Firefox or whatever. If you create an, I'm afraid we're going to either have to have you create a new account. Is Aladdin still here, or is he gone? Or I can you get Aladdin to activate the account she has that's there?
I think I can.
Okay. So we're actually going to go to our programmer behind the scenes and activate your account.
That's the way we do stuff here. Because we have a remotely operable telescope.
Right.
Sometimes you just have to make it work.
Yeah. So Erica is going to go talk to the programmer. At any rate, we'll once you are in a group, right here on the left side in your account where it says groups, in my screen, there'll be a little red flag, and that it'll be a little red box with a 1 in it if you've been invited to one group, or a 2 if you've been invited to 2 groups. So and you have to actively join the group. So you click on that, and you get to a page that looks like this: pending group requests, and there'll be a join or deny. In other words, Mary, stop inviting me to groups. I don't want to. I don't want to do that. But
all right.
So once
it just asked me to do that confirmation.
Okay.
Everything is working on your end the way.
All right. Somebody's doing something.
Right. Code sent to your email. All right, one more chance here. Didn't take too long for that other email to come through, so I'm waiting.
Okay. All right. Okay. So once you are in the group, under My Planet Search is where all your images are.
Mm-hmm.
And you can see that there's two sections. My activities, which are the images I've done as an individual, and then group activities. And those are the ones that are specially activated so that all the people in the group, whenever they make a measurement, it all goes to the same graph. Right?
Should be good to go.
So Erica tells me you're good to go. I'm going to go invite you on that group again. Let me try again here. Manage as Perry.
See Whitworth. Yeah.
Whitworth. Add. Look at that. All right, you have now been added. And so if you log in, which I don't know if you're logged in or not, or have you?
I am.
You are. Okay, so you should, if you refresh the page, your little red box under groups should appear.
Let's see. I have groups 0.
Oh, try.
And no pending group requests.
Yeah. Oh, you know why? Because I didn't save my update there. Because I didn't save you.
Okay.
Now refresh the page again.
Okay. Yes.
Okay.
Right. Working great.
Okay. So now if you click on that, your pending request, you can join. Okay, under.
Yep.
Yeah. So, so now, if you go to My Planet Search under Group Activities, you should have a current. Your images collected should say something like 140, because that's how many images of WASP 12 we got last night. And if you find under the current, this little arrow next to WASP 12, if you click on it, it actually opens up a list of all the images that are in your account. All right.
Yep.
So now, unfortunately, the sorting is working really weird. So this is a set of data that we started taking at like 7 p.m. and it went till 1 a.m.
Yes.
So unfortunately, because 0 a.m. seems to be before 7 p.m., even though 7 p.m. is before 0 a.m., in the list it comes out wrong, but on the plot it comes out right.
Right.
Anyway, so the way we're going to reduce this data is we're going to go to the DIY tools. So up here, you click on DIY.
Okay.
And then you want to click on brightness, since we already have used the telescope, because it's last night's data.
Mm-hmm.
And you should get to a page that looks like this. I don't know if you can see both at the same time, how you're...
I'll fix it so I can, but I'm looking at a page that says Analyze Images.
View Data, Graph Brightness.
And Brightness, yes.
So you want to click on Group Images, and a little blue stripe should open up that says Select a Star.
Right.
And the star there should be the Mary D group, WASP 12 on 223.
Yes.
Okay. So these images, the last 6 digits are the time they were taken in universal time, whereas in Arizona it's 7 hours earlier. So so once again, this list also sorts a little funny, because it goes 7, 8, and then it goes back to 02, 03, 04. So what I'd like you to do, and the images with the check boxes are ones I've already done measurements on. I'd
Okay.
like you to go to something like, I don't know, 03, this one, 03, 03, 12. Can you find that image, 03, 03, 12?
Just a second, I had to get to, there we go. It's loaded.
Okay, and I'll do the next one. So I have, so yours is 8:03 p.m.
Yes.
in Arizona, and mine is 8:06 p.m., but we're looking at the same one.
I can zoom.
So here's the field, and the question is, where the heck, which of these stars is the one purported to have a planet going around the front of it?
Right.
And we have a finder chart. If you click on this little finder chart here,
That's right about that.
it'll pop up. You can note that right now the on this page there's a brightness video tutorial and a star finding tutorial.
Mm-hmm.
Teachers. So what we're about to do, there is a video tutorial on how to do it.
I think I used that the last time too.
Yep. So this particular star, the way I find it is there's a big giant double star here in
Right.
the top middle of the field, and if I go down, the target star is circled in yellow with a comparison to its left right below that. So it's these two right here. Okay.
So does it look elongated in your?
Let me look at your image. Let me go back one. Oh, yours definitely are elongated. Not only that, you have a satellite going right through it, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. If it's too elongated so it doesn't actually fit, but this should be fine.
Yeah, as long as it fits in the circle, it's still okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. So so what you want to do is if you try to move the circle over the target star before hitting calibrate, what happens on my screen happens. Please calibrate.
Yeah.
So you need to click this, and before you click it, actually, as you move your cursor around the screen right now, and this is good to talk to teachers, if you look at the pixel brightness at the bottom of the screen, as I go around the dark field, it's in the 25,000s. Can you see that?
Yeah.
But if I click calibrate, now it's only in the 6,000s.
Okay.
So basically, the calibrate is subtracting a dark image.
Yeah.
That's in the background. So.
Do you need to do that?
Pardon?
Do you need to do that?
You do.
Okay.
You do, and you have to do it for each image, but it will give you an error message if you don't.
So first you do a yellow circle over a dark area.
Well, you don't. I was just demonstrating to show you that before I hit that calibrate button, the measurements I was getting were much higher than after I hit calibrate. Once you get going for every image, really the order of what you want to do is hit calibrate, then automatically it's waiting for target star data. So you put your thing over the target star, then automatically it's waiting for the two comparison stars. That one is here. I happen to know where they are pretty quickly.
Yeah, so I've found them, but so just to double check, the order is checkbox, calibrate, over dark area.
Yeah, it calibrates in the background. What you do on the screen, you don't have to do anything. You can just hit that checkbox.
So the checkbox is actually letting the software know that my cursor's active now. That to
The
record.
yeah, the checkbox is basically telling the software, take the dark image that we don't show you and subtract whatever pixels I measure, subtract the dark image pixels from what I measure on this one, and put that value in the
You
things.
just click. So essentially, you just click the button. All right.
Yeah, you just click the button.
You don't have to think about it.
No, right.
Right, and then I need to enlarge my image for just a second so I can get it on the object.
Yep.
Because the preview chart gets chopped off just a little bit.
Oh, on my screen or from
No, just the way I was aiming.
just the way, yeah.
Yeah, I knew I could get it in there, but it was
Right.
Line adjustment arrows after 50 minutes.
And on micro observatory images, I typically for the two measurements of the background sky,
right.
I typically keep them relatively close to the target star because the sensitivity of the chip changes.
Yes.
So I click once over here, maybe once over here, and again looking in the preview box, making sure I'm not on any dim background stars.
So the hard part is getting it around that.
Well, there's the
Whoops, that was
double.
Yeah, hang on. I did that one. Now we do it dark. Wait, you measured
So
the
you
wrong
should have something that looks like my screen right now.
one.
Your two blue dots may be somewhere else.
2 dark. Dark. All right. Okay.
Okay, so now I just want to make sure your numbers for the target star, since you're only 3 minutes from mine, should be in the same realm, around 10,000, 11,000 for the comparisons.
Yeah, I have around 11,000 and one at 12.5, and then the others are under, the dark parts are under 6, and the target is right at 10.4
Right.
or
Can
10,000.
you just double check if one of your comparisons is 12.5, that you have the same comparison as in the Finder chart?
It could be the one below it.
Yeah.
So I might have picked the one that's a little higher.
Right. You want, for this project, you want to make sure everybody's choosing the ones indicated on the chart, because if they don't, then the plot, you're doing a group plot and everybody has different values.
Right.
So get that started.
I'm fighting with the mouse cursor to get the
So to do it over again, you just click in the box that's wrong.
Yeah. Oh no, I figured that out.
Yeah. Okay.
Was
Okay. All right.
I did it about 3 times.
Oh, okay. Well, we've been, yeah. Good. All right. So they're both around 11,000 now?
They are. They're both around 11.
Okay. So let's click calculate and record. And you should get a relative brightness measurement of the target star compared to the comparison stars. And I often find I have to explain, why we're doing the comparison.
Yes.
Because of course, if you were only measuring the target star over the night and it dips and comes back, how do you know that wasn't just because there was some passing cloud or the star, you don't know. So if there's a passing cloud, it would dip not only the target star, but the comparison stars as well.
Right.
So now you and I have each made a measurement. I want you to click on graph brightness up here, this tab.
Okay, let me zoom this a little bit because I can't see everything at once.
So you were here. I want you to click on graph brightness.
So that's the last tab.
Right.
Okay, and I have 1 green dot.
You have 1 green dot, and if you look at my screen, you see I've made 5 measurements
Is this oh, so these are just yours? Oh,
So,
I see.
so on my screen, I'm seeing just mine. On your screen, you're seeing just yours.
Yes.
And now we're going to click my groups graph.
Yes. Oh, beautiful.
All right. There.
Data.
And of course, I just had a webinar. A bunch of people did it, and Frank here did a bunch as well. So you can put your cursor. In fact, this one, I don't know, where are you? You must be right in here somewhere.
Just towards the top of that group.
Yeah, yeah, I can pick mine out. It's
Oh,
like
there it
picking
is. See?
mine out. Yes, there I am.
As I hover over it, I can see who did that dot.
Awesome.
So if I go up here,
Yeah.
I can find out.
Who did that one?
Somebody made a measurement that I might want them to try over, but maybe it was just a funky thing happening then, right? It could be,
yeah,
but it could be an outlier.
And it could be a hot pixel on the chip.
Right,
or something like that.
right. So it might make you want to go back to the image and so on. But the other tools we have now, which are new, possible since probably the last time you used this, is a way to analyze the data, because you see it gets kind of funky over here.
Yeah.
And if we look at the altitude, if you click on altitude,
Yes.
you could see, first of all, it was starting to get low in the sky.
Yeah.
We have something funky going on where this 2 a.m. should be over here. I don't know what happened. There's
a continuous thing, but it
yeah. Anyway,
I believe it is.
And then if you click on components, this is the really cool feature.
Yes.
So this is the raw data of all these measurements, everybody here. And so you can determine a number of things, including signal to noise, because each of these, the target is yellow, the two comparisons are red and green, and this kind of gray-green is the average of the background sky. And you see there's some funky things happening, especially at the end of the run, right?
Yeah.
Suddenly the sky is getting brighter.
Right.
Everything's getting brighter, all the measurements.
Yeah.
And again, it's going low in the sky at that point. But also, this is a symptom of clouds coming over.
Mm-hmm.
And in fact, if I go to an image from 1 a.m., which I guess would be 08, you could see the images are a lot crappier.
Yeah, a lot more noise.
Right. So that's what's going on in this area over here. So it allows you to analyze the quality of your data as well.
Mm-hmm. We've seen this in data students have taken here with our telescopes to do similar projects.
Yeah.
We've seen that same kind of pattern, and they've wondered about it.
Right. So, but you can still, nonetheless,
Mm-hmm.
You can still get a pretty good signal. But maybe I don't believe that because I haven't seen transit data
Right.
very often, and I'm not sure that I would call that a dip. First of all, you could take more, right? We've only measured 40 or so of the 140 images that are available. There's all these ones in between, so we could measure more. But also, if you go up to interpret and share results, and let me just select this one here, WAS 12, which is the one that gets carried over anyway. You click this down arrow. If it's too far down, you can click this down arrow.
Okay.
Okay. And now this graph, instead of being versus time of night, is actually versus the center of the predicted transit.
Right.
And so if you click on see predicted transit, right, you can see that at least with the data we have so far, we don't have, I would like to get more data during this period here, right?
Yeah.
But certainly the data before and after is higher than the data here. So I think we've detected this predicted transit from last night. So this is, the only data taken from this telescope today of this particular transit. So we've caught it. The other thing you can do as the group leader, you can, so as a group leader, only the group leader can comment and share the results. For stars that people take by themselves, anyone can publish on our community results page.
Mm-hmm.
So if you go to community results, you can either, there's this scrolling list is all the people who've published results, or you could select target star. And if I go to WASP 12, so here's the thing, nobody has published WASP 12 results yet. But if I chose some other target, WASP 36, we have someone who's published a couple. And if I click on them, you could see their data. And we don't have a reference graph yet. Other users. And you can see it looks like they got a pretty good transit of WASP 36. Actually, did I? And so what you write in that, if you do this program with the teachers, and you might want to say the workshop at Perry detected what we think we got a great data set, detects the transit, and then once you click on share your results, that what you say will appear here, and you guys will have an entry in our community results.
Awesome.
So that is that's kind of the core of doing a transit together as a group using microobservatory data. The rest of the workshop, I'll just show you a sample outline of what we're going to do as a workshop. We're doing a family workshop, so it's going to include young kids and old, young kids and adults, kids and adults. And somewhere here I have my workshop outline. And one of the things the Moodle is good for is that we've collected all these resources in one place on that Moodle. So now I'm forgetting, is it Tom? No.
Tim.
I was close. Background. If you do want to get him on that as well, or use your account, everything's in the same place. When I do this workshop, I want to, typically I want to use a video to introduce the idea to people who don't know anything about transits. And I had a couple videos, you can, I have them over here, actually. They're very short. And one is this time video. Oops, here it is. I think you hear it. Anyway, it's a nice...
The Kepler Space Telescope is a telescope that has been orbiting the sun since 2009, and its whole job is to look for what are known as exoplanets, planets orbiting stars other than the sun. It stares at a single patch of the Milky Way
The thing I like
without
about it's only
blinking
2 minutes long.
forever.
That's
And what
about
it's
the right
looking
length.
for
Yeah,
are
so it's a
flickers
great
in
introduction.
starlight that indicate
Um,
a planet passing in front of
So it
its
has the
sun,
visual
slightly
model.
dimming the light that reaches us. The biggest goal of the Kepler mission is to find what astronomers call mirror Earth.
And then the other potential video is that I also have a link to is this one that a postdoc who's here actually made when she was at MIT. Or is she a grad student or postdoc? I don't know. Anyway, Ashley.
25 years ago,
and so
most
she
people
has
would
a
have
little
told you that there are only 9
3-minute
planets in the universe. Since then,
That's-
we've lost one. Sorry, Pluto. But we've discovered thousands of others. So what happened? Did astronomers suddenly
So hers is a little more about the transit process and less about Kepler specifically.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I think a lot of folks will relate to that though, because she looks like other kids I know
Right.
that come
Right.
here.
Right, exactly. So anyway, that, and then in our workshop, we're going to do some kind of physical modeling of solar systems to really think about size and scale and what do you need to be able to detect a planet going in front of a star. You need a certain orientation, you need, all that kind of stuff. So have you ever done you must have done the human orrery from the Kepler? Yeah. So
we have the dots permanently installed right now on the
nice.
floor.
Awesome. I have to get there sometime.
Yeah, I think you'd have some fun exploring our
Yeah.
And are all of these based on like the gems and
these two are these later ones are so we're in kind of a tech center and we'll have computers, so we were actually going to have once after we do some modeling, we would actually do the group photometry together and get that graph. And depending on the star that it is, we would go to the eyes on exoplanets visualization and actually look it up.
Yeah.
So that they could visualize the actual star they took data of.
Okay.
And find out some things about it.
Yeah, that's a really good tool.
Right. And it has, it has that nice, you can see where this orbit is. Obviously, these are all hot Jupiters, so you can see how close in it is. And,
You are now 1,000 light years from Earth.
I don't know where I can turn off the sound from, but anyway, if I type in.
Yeah, it's hard to control it, but
yeah, plus 12. So it kind of allows you to go right to the star that we just took an image of. And in fact, I don't know if you saw just before it came into view, the field of view was the same target that we just measured.
Yeah.
Which is really neat. I'm not sure it was though, was it?
For a second there.
It did seem, but anyway.
Might be that star view.
Yeah. And I like that, so you can kind of compare with our solar system. So it shows you here's where the planet you detected was, and here's where Mercury is.
That's great. That's great.
So it's very nice to get people to visualize something pretty quickly.
Also to realize that the size and scale.
Pardon?
The size and scale.
Yes, exactly. The size and scale. Yep. And even I mean, in this workshop, because it's a quick family workshop, we aren't deducing the actual size of the hot Jupiter, but you could from the depth of that dip.
Yeah.
So I think I can get it to. For some reason, did you just see that? And the eyes on exoplanet, when it goes in front, it goes through the sun. Like it goes behind it on this side, and now it's going to come around the front, and you're going to see it for a minute, and then it's going to go in. I like to.
Does that? I mean, how? This is a question to send back to JPL on this. Is it modeling the size that accurately?
Yeah, I don't think so. I think that's a problem with the visualization, because
Yeah.
this is still 2 million miles away from the photosphere.
Yeah, so yeah, no, it should not be touching.
Right. Right, going inside the star, but yeah. Anyway, the other activity is to use the Extreme Planet Makeover site to, do I have that? Actually, I don't have it, but it's that, I have it on the Moodle. Actually, let me show you the Moodle.
Okay, and I'll send that email address to Erica.
Erica, yep. So the, where did I put it here? I'm gonna have to, I have a lot of things open on my screen. Here we go.
So well.
So the URL to the Moodle was in the email I sent that had 3 steps that included sending the email,
Right.
but it's also reachable from the Microobservatory splash page. This thing that says Youth Astronet Portal, this link at the bottom, gets you to our Moodle site. And Youth Astronet is one program, but DIY Planet Search is another, and here it is. So once you log in, and again, Erica will send you a username and password. So this is where, so I have the Extreme Planet Makeover. This is it. Where you, again, the sound, you can adjust. Well, we just saw that WASP 12 is pretty big, WASP 12b, so it's a big hot Jupiter, maybe not that big. And actually, if you paid it, I don't know if you noted on the Eyes on Exoplanets, it also told us it was an F star. So do that. I think it did. And you can, and it's pretty close to its star, so the distance is lower. And then when you click on download a picture, right, there it is. You get a postcard, which actually somehow on my computer I have to actually do a screenshot of it. It doesn't automatically download it, but it's something people can take away.
Yeah, no, the printer will be having some fun with that.
Right.
Definitely.
And then this last activity, we're doing a family workshop. So if I go back to that portal here, whoops, where am I? Portal. We're doing a family workshop. So locally, and we know parents may be bringing kids who are really too young to do the photometry, especially. So we have a couple. Kepler has these. Let me see if I can. Oh, it's making me download it before it opens. Okay. These little science weekly things about Kepler. and it has a, at the bottom of it, it has a way to make a model of the Kepler Space Telescope, which is very cool.
Hearing about these,
Yeah. So you know, cut a toilet paper tube and
if we have these supplies.
yeah, so they're easy supplies.
Yep.
So that's kind of the program model,
Okay.
adaptable by you in any way that seems fitting for your audience.
Do you have your sample agenda on the Moodle?
Yes, I don't yet, but I'm about to put it there.
All right. That's one thing just to help me remember what order. I took some notes in.
Yeah, no, this will be right on there. I just hadn't uploaded it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so to schedule the Q&A with the researcher.
Yes, so you told me when,
Uh-huh.
I just lost your voice again. Wait a minute.
It's next Saturday, Friday, Saturday, and early Sunday, but mostly Saturday is the main time.
Okay.
But Friday?
Well, if you can give me some windows of time, basically we have 10 exoplanet researchers
Okay.
who have volunteered to be available either from their office or home or whatever
Okay.
for, you know, a roughly 20-minute Q&A interaction is
Yeah.
how I described it to them. I don't know, that seems appropriate to me.
Oh, yeah.
Unless you know, I'm sure some of them will be happy to talk for longer, but you may not want that.
Well, yeah, it depends on our schedule, but I'm
Right.
looking to make this a priority during the workshop, and but also want to be convenient to the person that so to me this might be a good introduction as much as a video, you know, so that would be a different you know,
different use. Yeah, exactly.
but that really would depend on the personal scheduling for the researchers. So I will let you know when people will be in session
Right.
for our entire workshop.
Perfect.
And we'll build the agenda based off that Q&A, whether we want it at the beginning or end or middle of the program, but build it around that time that the researcher may be available, because we really.
Oh, that's great that you can be so flexible, because we can definitely get you someone, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, okay. So Saturday's not, that's the other thing, is that Saturdays, you know, are
Right.
weird days, but you know, sometimes people are working, sometimes they're not.
Right. Right. Exactly. Yeah. So the fact that you can be a little flexible, I think, is going to pretty much guarantee that we'll get you someone.
All right. Sounds good. I'll put those together for you.
Oh, that's very exciting. I'm so excited about your implementation of this. This is going to be great. I think we'll learn a lot from you as you do this. I did want to mention, in addition, so I have on the screen right now, and this was kind of for the group. You obviously kind of have all the, you've done this before. You've done it with your own telescopes. But
right. Being familiar with the tools as they're laid out is what makes us look like experts to the kids, the people that are doing
right.
the work.
Right. So I with the last webinar group, we had kind of a difficult time with getting people signed up on the DIY to do the group activity. So I'm offering them a follow-up early next week, but on next Wednesday or Thursday, I actually was going to host another couple webinar, and I'll send you a doodle poll to see when is most available. I know you'll be planning for your workshop on the Friday, Saturday, but Zach Berta Thompson, who's a great speaker, he's so good, agreed to talk with you guys, with the educators for this, and he may in fact be available. Right, he's one of the, he's one on our list, so he may in fact be available for the Friday or Saturday. And once I have your times, I can investigate with him. But you'll be able to meet him if you come to the webinar
We like
next-
his job title. We're gonna. I think that might even become our
Exoplaneteer.
right. That may become a sort of theme for us.
Yeah, yeah. That's we have a listserv here at the center that goes out to all the researchers, and it always says, "Dear Exoplaneteers."
Oh my goodness.
So,
Well, we can make like certificates. And
yes, you're right. Nice. You are an official Exoplaneteer. Very nice.
Exactly. You know, that's the kind of thing they'll get into though, is it because it is self-paced.
Yeah.
After, you know, for their own research, some of these students could turn it into really good activities with kids that they're going to be interacting with later.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's very exciting. That's
Yeah.
great. That's great. So again, we'll be in touch, follow up with your Moodle sign-in information and the timing of this. And if you can let us know the timing of your in-session times, we'll get someone for you. And there's one more thing. Oh, the other thing is we have evaluations.
Yeah.
that after your implementation, both for your participants about this aspect of it. I know that because it's a longer thing, you'll have your own evaluation or possibly, but so I'm not quite sure how to
We can make it work. It's not
integrate.
a problem. Yeah.
And then it's both an online survey, or you could print it out and do pencil and paper. Either is fine. And we'll have one for you as well.
Yes.
So.
And we'll if those are paper or if they're digital, you'll post that on the Moodle.
Yep.
So, okay.
Yep. Right. Either way, you can download it and print it out, or you can click on it and be there.
Okay.
So. Great. Any questions at this point?
No, I think the only thing I'm going to get asked about is when can we go when